Hey everybody, so in this video I want to show you guys how to make an underwater camera case. This will work with any type of camera because it just kind of fits down inside there, so no matter what you got it'll work as long as it's not bigger than the actual case itself. But yeah, so you can get everything you need at Walmart or Radio Shack, everything like that. You can pretty much just get it all in your around your house and stuff. So anyways, let's start with the case itself. Basically what I used was an old Stormlight, and all this does is it like mounts onto a big pole outside or something, and it has a glass panel that goes over the actual light, and it clips shut like that. So then that's the case, and that's how it works. It has a hole in the bottom of the casing, and I believe it has one in the top as well. Yeah, it had one right here as well. But I took it out because I didn't want water getting in, obviously. So I'll show you what I did to cover those holes up. Basically, what I did was I took a Coca-Cola can, like this one, I guess, like this, and I just kind of like cut a section out of the can and flattened it over that hole, which I don't think you guys can see it, but it's right there. And it's kind of hard to show you, but yeah. So there's a hole where the power cable goes in at, and so I went ahead and put one of those in and glued it on the inside and the outside. So that means I cut two pieces and I put one on the outside and one on the inside in there. And then I made sure it was glued in so no water got in and out. And then I spray painted over the top using just some acrylic paint so that no water would get in and wet the glue. So you definitely want to make sure it's waterproof paint. And then what I did is I went to Walmart and got some triple LED lights, which just are real simple. You just put the batteries in, and then you can push the button and the lights turn on. And as you can see, those are pretty bright. So the way it works is I just kind of put them in there and glued it. And then once it's waterproofed, you can test it by shutting it and then putting it in water, making sure nothing gets in first. And then after that, then you work on the interior. What you want to do is you want to get, I guess this would be the easiest one to show you, a shit ton of BBs. So this is like 2 cans of 5,000 I have. I've also got this one here, and let's see, this one here, which I need to pick up with 2 hands because it's kind of a squishy container. But like this one here. So that's a lot of BBs. And I'm going to go ahead and fill this up so I can show you guys how the inside works once it's full of BBs. And but before I go, you need a rubber seal around the edge, which should come with or on the actual container itself of the light. And if it doesn't, you can just go ahead and like cut some rubber sealant or use caulk, I guess, and just kind of mount it on there so that when you shut it, it creates a seal along the edge of the glass. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this with BBs. Okay, so I've gone ahead and poured all of my BBs, is like 15,000 or something like that, maybe 20, and I've filled it up to just below the level that the lights were mounted at. The reason I didn't cover up the lights is obviously because I didn't want to interfere with the push button to activate them, or I didn't want to block out the lights. And also, this will keep it from floating. The reason it floats is because the amount of water that it displaces is actually heavier than the container itself, and you'll see that if you try and use this without any weights in it. So you need to get something to weigh this down that is kind of malleable, you know, you can move it around and everything, and but will also let the camera fit. So this is what does it for me. It displaces enough air and is heavy enough that this is actually now heavier than the amount of water it displaces with its volume. So now all you have to do is basically put the camera in there. So like say that you wanted to use the camera on the front of your phone there. All you got to do is like fit it down in the BB so it doesn't move around like that. And then I guess those are gonna like fall, but yeah. And then you can just shut the lid. Make sure the camera's turned on, obviously, and then shut it using the little clip. And then there you go. So there's your camera. And then when you use it at night, you can go ahead and turn on those lights. Another thing you can do, and this is like a few little cool extra tricks, is If you have a little floaty like this, what you can do is tie it with a string to the back corner here where the hinges are, and then this will float up and let you know where your camera is later on when you're having trouble finding it. And another thing you can do is use a string or something and just attach hooks along the string. Wow, my phone's going off inside of there. Anyways, you can attach hooks along the string going up, and leave 2 floaters at the top, and then mount this to the back as well. That way you can hook bait along this and it will float up above your camera like this, and then when the fish come to bite the bait, you can see it on your camera. So anyways, that's how you make an underwater camera, or at least the case for one. And you can use any regular old camera with this. I would recommend checking it and testing it a lot before you use it, because I don't want to see y'all with like $500 cameras, you know, putting them underwater and seeing little bubbles come up and then going, oh shit, it's too late, and you know, then you're screwed. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time.